sorry. How many times have I cried on YouTube? Let's all count. A lot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be more of a sit-down chat than anything I've done in a long time. No grocery hauls, no unboxings, nothing like that. This is just primarily about financial freedom, where I am in my walk to find it, the elusive financial peace. Do you want to go outside? Always when I get on the phone. Oh, by the way, I'm scantily clad because I'm about to go out and work in the yard, which y'all probably think it's where I stay, and I pretty much do. If you don't know, for the last several months, I've been working on baby step 2 of Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University plan, which, let me just go over it with you. Baby step 1 is saving $1,000 for your baby emergency plan. Not baby emergency plan, but one that can handle having to have a new dishwasher, your air going out, your car breaking down, those kind of things. Baby instances to where you might need extra cash that won't set you back or put you in more debt. Baby step number 2 is the debt snowball, and that's what I'm working on right now, which means paying off your debt from the smallest to the largest balance, because as humans, we want instant gratification. We have got to be able to see progress, be rewarded, and even in the smallest way. So that's why he wants us to start from the smallest debt to the largest, because the quicker you pay off one debt, the more momentum you will have to finish off paying the rest. Each month in my trusty planner, which if I didn't have this thing, I would probably lose my mind. My whole life is in this thing. I make a list. As you can tell from my chicken scratch, and it is chicken scratch, you see how often I use it often. I make a list of this is what I owe. These are just my monthly bills. What I'm going to have regardless of if I have a credit card or not. These are what I have to pay every month. This is my debt area right here. I have a list of the companies, how much I pay per month, and then the balance over here. Of course, these down here don't have balances because they're revolving. I list my incoming over here and then any extras I have going on. This is a combination of my snowball, minimum amount payment debt, so I can know just how much I can apply to the next debt. And then I just make myself notes down here for future reference. Like here's talking about my income tax return and what I plan on doing with that. And then every day I look at my bank account and I check off which bill has come in, so I can subtract and just make sure I'm on the right path. It's kind of like a plan. In the back of my planner, I've got all the same stuff written down again, and I've done different methods. You know, what if I did this, or if I paid off more on this, or it's just like an obsessive thing that I cannot think of anything else at this point. Why, do you ask? That's the point in this video. During the year of school, I'm a school teacher, by the way. During the school year, I have a little side gig that I do a lot of the teachers' early and late duties. They pay me to do that. And then I take all that money and I add it towards my snowball debt. Well, it's the summer. We don't have school anymore. And I still need something else to give me that little kick to keep me going. So my regular subscribers and friends know that we work in the yard all the time. I'm in the yard every day. We get out there and do heavy work in it once a week. It's my favorite little escape. And because I pay so much attention to it, I've learned a lot on the way. People notice the yard is beautiful. The landscaping is gorgeous. And so I've had people say, I wish you'd come do mine. So I thought, sure, I'll come do yours for a fee. I'll be glad to do it. I charge $20 an hour. and people have been coming out of the woodwork. I've spent the last week in Jackson working on a yard, and through her, because I helped her design her living room, another one of my favorite things to do, I got another customer, and that she's in Humboldt, which is 45 minutes away from here, and I'm going to do her yard next week. Through the same avenue, not this other girl, but another friend I've come across, and I'm going Friday to work on her yard. And the people are like, go, 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 I've got a budget of this, and I'm like, oh my God, sure. Some of the stuff, no matter how hard I try, I cannot do. So my son is going to come down on the day that he doesn't have to work, and he's going to help me. And of course, I'm going to split the profit with him, but my point in saying all this is that you just do it. You go. Would I rather lay around someone's pool and relax on my summer or my month of June off? Heck yes. But if you're gazelle intent, as Dave Ramsey says, then you're going to find ways to make great use of your time. I sell skincare. I do yards. I decorate houses. I teach school. I do what I have to do. I'm not tooting my own horn by any means, but I'm saying if you really want to get out of debt, then you do what it takes and you make sacrifices. I wanted to tell you why it's so important to do so. I'll start off by saying that for years, due to who I was married to, and then afterwards being single, I racked up some debt. Some was out of necessity, some debt was because I was unhappy and I was an emotional spender, and then it was because I was a single mom. Even when I was married, it was like I was a single mom, and I'll leave it at that. But then when I was single, even though my child was in college, my son was in college, I still assisted him for the first couple of years. And I didn't have a partner to help me financially. There was no one sitting by my side and saying, here, let's pool our money. This is what you'll pay, this is what I pay. Or here, let's have one account. That wasn't the way it was. So for the majority of my adult life, I have been a person who was always on the brink of being overdrawn and having to move money from my Christmas club, which meant I wouldn't have as much money to spend on Christmas, which meant I would use my credit cards to buy Christmas. It was just this vicious cycle that never ended, and I was always tense about money, which made me unhappy, which made me want to go buy that Michael Kors purse. It was just terrible. And I am happy to say that since I started being borderline obsessive with getting this debt paid off, checking my bank account every single day, only spending money when I have to, being very smart about my choices, cutting back on things like my DirecTV is bare bones, which means I don't have a lot of channels, but who cares, you know? And not getting my nails done, not getting pedicures, not getting my beloved waxes, not going to get my hair done, obviously, often. And although those things used to be important to me, it quickly made me realize that they're just not necessities. I sacrificed a lot. Did I want to be at school at 6:30 almost every morning to do early duties? No. Did I want to stay late to do the dreaded late duties? No, I cannot stand late duty. But I did it. And I began to notice that I wasn't as stressed about money because I wasn't spending it like a moron. I wasn't being irresponsible and just going to McDonald's every single time I passed, buying needless things at the grocery, just really making a conscious effort to be smart with my money, which changed my whole countenance, my whole attitude, my whole outlook on my future. Because let's be honest, my future is scary. A lot of people's futures are scary. The other day, another instance happened, and it just reaffirmed my belief that I'm doing the right thing. I was supposed to make brownies for the kids who were going to church camp in my church. So Sunday morning, I got up earlier than I normally do and went to make the brownies. I didn't have brownie mix. So at 7 o'clock that morning, I went to the grocery right down the street from where we live. Now, let me just tell you, I had not washed my face from the night before of using my face mask. I'd washed it off pretty much, but, I didn't pay attention. My hair was all over my head. It was not brushed. I had not brushed my teeth. My clothes were half pajama top, half shorts I pulled out from the top of the drawer. I didn't even look at them. I looked like I was homeless. And I probably smelled like it too. No offense to you people who are homeless. I'm sorry, but you get what I'm talking about. I got in line, and there was a little old lady and 2 people ahead of me putting her groceries on the conveyor belt. She was nicely dressed, obviously ready for church, but just coming to get groceries before. She was extremely old. I'm thinking 85 to 90. No joke. Very teensy, very old. And the feeling washed over me. She's not going to have enough money to pay for her groceries. There was nothing about her demeanor, nothing about her outward appearance that would make anyone think that. I just had a feeling on my heart. It happens to me sometimes. I call it my spidey sense. My spidey sense was tingling big time. So I got out my debit card, which I had not planned on using because I had the cash to buy 2 boxes of brownie mix. Pulled out my debit card and just waited, because I knew that because of how diligent I have been being, I had the money for this, guys. I could pay for her groceries. And I'm not debt free. I'm not there yet. But I've paid off a lot of things, and I had miscalculated and had some extra money, so I knew I had the money to pay for this, where 6 months ago, a year ago, I would not have been able to. No matter how small. That's how tight my money was. These bags, man. I gotta get some more sleep. So anyway, sure enough, she got done putting her groceries on the conveyor belt, got checked out. Her grocery total was $53. She had 30. And the look on the little cashier's face, it was an older lady. She was not rude, but she wasn't very comforting either, and I wanted to scratch her eyes out, but I just kind of waved my hand like this, and I had my debit card, and I said, I'll pay for it. And the little lady didn't hear me. She's pulling out handfuls of coin and laying it on the conveyor belt, which makes the cashier roll her eyes, which makes me want to go bust her right in the jaw, but I did not. You'd have been proud of me. So I just quietly walked around her, swiped my debit card, paid for the groceries, and got back in line. And the whole time, she did not even know I had done it. And the cashier finally said, ma'am, she's paid for your groceries. And she turned to me and said, honey, you paid for my groceries? And I said, yes, ma'am. You're welcome. I didn't do it for thanks, so you just go ahead. And she thanked me profusely. She was precious. And went on out. Well, the guy who was behind her, the man allowed me to get in front of him, and we talked about her and how sweet and precious and how she had no idea what was going on and how it kind of worried me, And so then I got my stuff and I walked out and got in the car and sat down and pulled my sun visor down because the sun was in my eyes, and that's when I noticed that I had white face mask underneath my nose right here. What do you think that looked like? Huh? Looked like the cocaine is what it looked like. I thought, great. Oh, I just wiped it off and laughed and went home, got ready, baked me some brownies and went to church. But my point is that I would not have been able to do that. I would not have been able to help anyone without putting myself dangerously in the hole. This process has opened my world up financially. No, I can't go buy a new car. I don't want a new car. No, I can't go get a new house. I don't want a new house. We love it here. No, I can't go on elaborate vacations yet. But I'm going to. And at this point, right now, being ambitious, grinding, using my time wisely by making money and not spending money has opened my whole world up to being able to give and to live at peace in this area. I'm gonna start crying. There's so much strife and drama and negativity in so many other aspects of your life. Why would you not take advantage of this part? You can change this part. Sorry. How many times have I cried on YouTube? Let's all count. A lot. We are not in control of so much that happens in our lives, but you have control over this. You can be, even if you're thousands of dollars in debt, and I am. Not like I used to be even close, but even when you're not out of debt, let's look at this. Look at this. This says debt free. This is where I am. This is where I want to be. Look how far I have to go. But even though I'm just here, I've already been able to change my life. And it's not by buying into an expensive program or joining this group of people, or, it's by finding what my talents are, using them to the best of my abilities to make money, work hard. Look at what happened to me a few days ago. Do you see that? Could you see that? That's from wearing a weird shirt to work in someone's yard for 10 hours. I had on sunscreen, by the way. I'm about to go apply some more. I couldn't reach that part. And I got blistered. But it didn't hurt that bad. And I don't even care. My point is that was a physical representation of what I'm doing to change my circumstances. I was out there grueling my little self, lifting and digging holes and planting and mulching and doing whatever that needed to be done to make money. One day, I'm going to be able to, if I want, help my son and his future family with a new house or another vehicle, or buy my grandbabies whatever they want Nana to buy them. I want to go and for us to travel. And I want us to be able to say, I think I'm going to do this. I think I want a new kitchen. I think I want a pool. I'm going to pay for this in cash. That's my goal, to have the comfort, to have peace in this little tiny aspect, but that controls everybody's existence. That's what I want, and I'm already seeing it. I hope this inspires you to do the same. It's never, ever too late to start. I'm 42, about to be 43. July 31st, I'll be 43 years old. No, I don't care about my age. I'm just thinking, out of all these years I've waited this long to get complete control of this aspect of me. You can do this. It's never too late to begin. Get a hold of your life and do it today. Thank you for watching my little rant fest. I'm about to go out and dig in some dirt. Make that money, honey. Bye.